if you want novelty on your Christmas beer, but you don't want to lose out on quality, I've got the beer for you. This one is from Schlenkerla, and it is a very special smoked beer. So this one, and I'm going to try and say it, is the Aecht Schlenkerla Eiche. Please, I apologize. So this essentially means that this beer is smoked with oak woods. Normally, Schlenkerla is famous for beechwood smoked beers, and that gives a very smoky bacon kind of taste to their beers. And this goes way back centuries old, before they could kiln the malts for the beers without the smoke getting all over it and inducing smoky flavors. That's what beers used to taste like and smell like hundreds of years ago, and then technology was produced for them to kiln it without the smoke. So Schlenkerla produces very, very old school traditional beers with the smoke, which are very, very nice. People love this brewery. It's from Bamberg. And I mean, I wouldn't drink a smoked beer all the time, but it is something nice. It is something to have every now and then to really enjoy that smoky bacon flavor. It sounds ridiculous, but it really, really works in the beers. And you have to try it if you've never tried it. They're most famous for their Metzen beer, but this one is a Doppelbock, and it's smoked with oak wood, so slightly different, slightly more special, which works very well for this Christmas period. So the kind of premium, smoother oak smokiness in this beer is going to pair really well with the Doppelbock style. It's going to be a beautifully dark caramelly, bit fruity kind of beer that is very, very special. It's, it takes months to mature in the 14th century cellars of Schlenkerla. It's just ideal for a very special beer during the Christmas period, and I'm very excited to try it. I do love Schlenkerla's smoky bacon beers, that I call them. I think they're, you could say they're a novelty, but they're not. They're kind of unique beer that you can get, and they're just a world-class brewery doing something that not many other breweries do. And it has that really historical note of being, that's how beers used to taste hundreds of years ago, before the technology removed the smoke. So I think that this could rival the Einger Winterbock that I recently tried. That would be your German excellence brewing, and this one is novelty but still excellent German brewing. So this might just pivot to the post for a Christmas beer. Let's get this cap off and see which one is better for your Christmas Day tipple. Soon as I poured it, I could smell the smoke, and it was just really, really nice. I'm sat in this Finnish sauna right now, covered by wood. So I don't know, I just feel really festive, during this winter period. And this looks wonderful. Look at that color. It's like a deep toffee caramel color. It's got a beautiful head on it. Aroma wise, yeah, it's kind of like a sweet, smoky aroma. You can really get that kind of more refined oak smoke. The other Schlenkerlas, they smell smoky bacon like, and this is more of a kind of classic light smoke flavor. Smells really special and very, very festive. So, right, going in for a sip. Yeah, that's a special beer. Straight off, it's got a beautiful toffee caramel maltiness to it. Really, really perfect for the winter months. Um, it does have a decent edge of bitterness, so the sweetness doesn't get too cloying. And then you get hit with that wave of oak smoke. that is nowhere near as kind of hard hitting as your regular Schlenkerla, but still beautiful. It pairs perfectly with the toffee caramel going on with the malts, and also the 8% alcohol. It doesn't drink like 8%. There's no kind of alcohol harshness. It is just a beautifully sweet, quite rich beer that has a lovely smoked note to it. It does have a slight hint of the baconness going on, but it's nowhere near as strong as the beechwood versions of this. I mean, my English grandparents lived in a stone house in Yorkshire, and this just reminds me of the smells coming from their fire. So this beer is like kind of taking me way back to my childhood, and that's also Christmas and stuff. So beautiful in that sense. Really, really special beer. Think roasted nuts, campfire embers, sweet oak smoke, and this is the beer, and it's that note paired together with your caramel, toffee-esque kind of beautiful malt sweetness. It's just, I think, one of the perfect beers for the Christmas season. It has all of those kind of wintry flavors and special notes that comes to mind when you're thinking about Christmas markets, Christmas time, the festive season, or being at home with a wood fire, something special with the family. This beer is perfect for it. It really, really is a special beer and well worth buying for your Christmas day. So I think if you want an excellent, easy drinking beer, go for the Einger Winter Bock. But if you want something special that does have that bit of novelty, but it isn't anything silly, it is something that works beautifully well and is extremely festive, then Schlenkerla's Oakwood Smoked Doppelbock is the beer for you, for sure. This is honestly one of the best beers I've ever tried in my life. It's absolutely wonderful. And in terms of a smoked beer, I mean, I think the thing with smoked beers is that like they're nice to drink, but you can't really drink many of them, and it's not something that you would drink regularly because it is so kind of out there in terms of beer flavors. Because you know, back in the day, hundreds of years ago, it was just normal. All beer tastes smoky, but once you remove that smoke, you can really kind of get into the hops and the malts. And smoked beers are kind of they really do push your taste buds, and it's hard to not focus on that smoky flavor. Which in these beers is nice with their mets and stuff. It is like a smoky bacon beery experience. It's well worth trying. But this one with the oak woods, it seems more refined, and the smokiness is kind of sweet, and it blends really well into this doppelbock. And the result is just a really special beer that yeah, I mean, I could sink a couple of these on Christmas day and be very, very happy and feel very, very festive about it for sure. Some of you don't try and say the name because you might have a stroke. I gave it a go, but I don't know how well I did. Any Germans can comment and tell me how good or bad. I imagine it was quite bad. I'll give it another go just for the giggles. So the Aecht Schlenkerla Fichte, which means the Schlenkerla Oakwood Smoke. But I think Fichte means spruce. So anyway, the key point is that it is an oak spruce smoked beer from Bamberg, and it's festive as fuck, mate. Cheers to that. I'm super excited for Christmas now because this has just exploded in my brain in terms of sensory overload of festivities. Like, you have all of the tastes and smells of Christmas in this glass with your roasted nuts, your kind of smokiness, your caramel, your toffee, your dark fruits like your figgy, raisiny fruits, all coming together for just like Christmas in a glass. which is fantastic. And also, it's a old traditional Bamberg German brewery making their own smoked malts and doing everything the traditional way. It's how beer used to taste, and it is wonderful. It's a bit of a novelty, but delivered with exceptional quality.